Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the presentation demonstrating how WAZUH blocks SSH brute force attack with active response. WAZUH actually uses some modules on the client systems which are script based to block certain attacks. So this is what we are going to cover in this presentation. So in this presentation, okay, a brute force attack is simulated. SSH brute force attack is simulated against a Linux system, which is a WAZUH agent, in which the WAZUH agent is already configured, and the WAZUH is going to block the IP address from which the SSH brute force attack is initiated. So the goal is to prevent SSH brute force attack using the WAZUH active response mechanism. So in this presentation, I'm going to use a Linux system which is configured as a WAZUH agent, and the WAZUH is running in 1.25, 192.168.1.25 system. So all these systems are configured with the host-only adapter, and also one more system, Kali, which I will be using to start the brute force attack. So all the systems, they have two adapters. One is NAT, the first adapter is NAT, and the second adapter is host-only adapter. So first, let me show you a basic configuration that you have to do in the Linux agent system. So go just get the root privilege using sudo command and edit the osec.configuration file. Nano var I forgot the path of the file basically. So this is a file. var.osec cd var plus cd osec plus cd ls. This file is not here. vd etc ls. Yeah. So this file osec.configuration is in this folder location. So we are going to edit osec.configuration file. So this is a file. So put Control W, type local. So this one you should add in this file. So this would be missing in your system where you have configured the Linux WAZUH agent. So in that system, this file would be missing. Okay, you have to add this block of code in that osec.configuration file. So local file tag, then under the local file tag, you have to insert log format tag, then you have to say it is a system log, and then location. You are just connecting the log of the Linux system, which stores the information about the authentication, success and authentication failure. And you are connecting that log from where.log location to the WAZUH agent. So you have to add this. So again, we say local. So this is a file. So even we can visit that location, cd where cd log ls okay, cat authentication dot log file. So this is a file which stores the information about the authentication. So this one we have connected with the WAZUH agent. So this is a basic thing which you are required to do. So once you have done this, I'm going to access the dashboard of the WAZUH. Admin is the username and password. So I'm getting some trouble the agent connecting with the server. So I'm going to restart the server system. CTL restart WAZUH agent. Okay, and let me refresh the dashboard. So still there is a issue with my client getting authentication with the WAZUH. So I'm going to restart the WAZUH server. I restarted the server and still there is a issue. So in that situation, you can do system ctl restart WAZUH dashboard sudo then similarly WAZUH manager. then WAZUH index. So I'm just restarting these services. In case you have any issues connecting the agent with the WAZUH manager. So hope now we can connect with the WAZUH dashboard. Username is admin, password admin. So finally, we are able to access the dashboard, and one agent is active, that is a Bodhi Linux. And I go to threat hunting. Okay, so now you can see so far these are the histories from the previous attacks. Okay, so now I'm going to initiate the attacks again, brute force attack. So I want to know what is the IP address of the WAZU. 1.24. So I'm performing the brute force attack now against the both the Linux from the Kali system. And if you check the dashboard, threat hunting part of the dashboard, you can notice the authentication failure attempt should be increasing here. You can notice earlier it was around 2000 something 82, now it's 2992. And let me refresh again. Meantime, let me check the Kali and the attack got over now. And you can see that there is a big surge in the authentication failure, and it is the alert that indicates there is a brute force attack going on. And if you go to the events, you can notice that SSH protocol is used. Attempt to log in using non-existent user. So this is the error, and this is the rule ID, and this is the rule level. So now, so far, it's clear that how WAZUH is detecting the brute force attack using SSH. So now let's explore the ways by which WAZU would block the attacks. Okay, WAZU will respond to the attacks. So now in the WAZU documentation, documentation.wazu.com, current proof of concept guide, detect brute force of attack. So if you Google detecting brute force of attack, you would get this. Okay, so this shows like how the brute force attack could be detected. But now we want blocking. So in the Google, you can search like blocking SSH brute force attack with active response. So you can visit this page, web page. It clearly explains what exactly we have to do in order to make the WASU respond to the threats. WASU comes with a set of default scripts. Okay, there are many scripts are available. For example, copy this and you can find what are the different scripts that are available. So I'm going to access the WASU dashboard, WASU terminal from the Bodhi Linux. Okay, so I'm going to use the SSH protocol. Okay, then I'm going to use the WASU user account, and this is the IP of the WASU system. So I'm trying to log in with the WASU, WAZUH, WASU. Yeah, there is a mistake here. So we are connecting from to the WASU from the Bodhi Linux, even though we have um, there is a WASU running on the OVA, but here you have a lot of restrictions. Like if you want to copy paste any statement and so on. So what I'm doing is like I am accessing the WASU terminal using SSH from the Bodhi Linux. Okay. So the main reason why I did like this instead of directly going into the, you see, I was able to copy paste things, right? This can be easily done from the Bodhi Linux. Okay, so cd, so I'm going to this folder basically. So permission denied, sudo, okay, then pwd and as was a user, so sudo, so then I'm cd, right click paste, so ls, so I'm in this location now. And you can see a lot of scripts are available. These scripts are used to block, these scripts are used by the WASU server to block some kind of attacks which is affecting the client systems in which the agent program is configured. So one of the script is firewall drop. So for example, now we are discussing the brute force attack using the SSH protocol. The Kali system is attacking the Bodhi Linux system using brute force attack, and that is already detected by the WAZUH server. Now, these configurations, what we are doing in the WAZUH server. Okay, so in the WAZUH server, you can find the scripts that are helpful to respond to the attacks. Okay, one such script is called firewall drop, which would block the traffic which is coming from a specific IP address, and that IP address, the system which is having that IP address is initiating the denial of service attack. So now let's see how we do these configurations. All these things has to be done in the WAZUH server. Okay, so we have just now seen like what are the different scripts that are available in this folder, bin folder. Okay, one such script is firewall drop. So open the WAZUH server. Okay, so in the WAZUH server, again, there is a hosec.configuration file. So that configuration file we have to edit now. So again, I repeat, we are not doing the configuration in the WAZUH agent, but it is done in the WAZUH server. So I'm using the nano editor and I'm just opening the file. Okay, then in this file, you can notice OSEC configuration block. Within the OSEC configuration file block, there is a command block. Okay, so and this block, command block, has to be added onto the osec.configuration file in the WAZUH server manager. So I'm pressing Ctrl W and I'm typing command. So we are reaching this location. So I'm just creating some space here. Okay, and go here, just copy, and right click and paste it here. So basically this tells if the brute force attack is initiated, okay, then and if that attack is detected and alerted, what command has to be, what script file has to be executed. So we are just giving the instruction to the WAZUH server manager, and that WAZUH server would use this script to mitigate the attack in the WAZUH agent systems. So the script what is going to be used is firewall drop. So it is going to block the traffic from a specific IP address, which is causing the brute force attack. So this is the name of the command and this is the name of the file, firewall dash drop, which we have just now seen on this folder. Where OSEC active response has been in this folder, you can find the firewall dash drop script file. So once you have done that, just scroll down in the same file. Okay, under active response, you have to configure this SMS XML block. Okay, so let me copy this and go to the Control W, active, active dash response. So here, this is a location for the active response. Already it is commented. So don't disturb that, let it be just like that. So already we copied the block of active response code. So just go here, paste it. So this already commented, so don't disturb. This is just to indicate where exactly the active response block is located. So now this is the code, block of code, what we copied from the WAZUH website and pasted onto the osec.configuration file in the server. So active response, okay, so it is telling in case of the brute force attack, the brute force attack is identified using the rule 5763, but here also we need a clarification because here the rule is 5710. It is indicated as 5710. So if 57 and also like many rules are fired. Okay, 55, but predominantly 5710 is fired. Okay, 5503 is also fired. 5712 also fired. So here 5763 is given in the document. So what I'm going to do is that since the rule ID 5710 is predominant, okay, SSL attempt to log in using a non-existent user. I am going to change the rule here. Okay, so this rule 5710. So what it demonstrate is that if the rule 5710 is invoked, okay, then okay, in the local system, the system in which the WAZUH agent is configured, the firewall drop script has to be activated. It should be executed. So the firewall drop script would block the traffic, okay, from which the brute force attack is initiated. So whenever this 5710, any alert based on 5710 is triggered, immediately in the local system, the firewall drop script would be invoked. And this is the timeout, like, okay, it is valid for 180 minutes, something like that. So this particular script, you just copy and paste it onto the osec.configuration file on the server side, then Control O, enter Control X. So we are just following the instructions from the WAZUH. So command specify the command to configure, location specify where the command executes, that is the WAZUH agent system. Rule ID, the active response module execute the command if the rule ID like 5763 or 5710 is invoked. Timeout specify how long the active response action must last. Okay, now we are in the process to okay initiate the attack, but before that in the system WAZUH server, just restart the server manager. So I'm restarting the WAZUH manager. So let's see finally how many attacks has happened in the target machine. So dashboard 3938. So for authentication failure attempt has taken place. So the WAZUH manager has restarted. After the WAZUH manager has restarted, let me refresh the WAZUH dashboard. So again 3938 authentication failure. Okay, now we have configured the defensive mechanism. So the WAZUH, if the attacker is going to initiate the attack further, then it would be detected as well as responded by the WAZUH. Okay, so this is the main focus of this lab. So I'm going to let me check how it is going to happen. On the Ubuntu endpoint, Hydra, and do the attack again, then ping it. Okay. So I'm going to do the attack now again from the Kali Linux. So I'm going to do the attack now. And let's see what's happening. 3938 was the previous number of login failure attempts. So it's increasing. So I expect the WAZU server to, yes, it's not increasing now. Why? Because the WAZU server has detected the attack and immediately, I think now it's responding. The numbers should not be increasing. The numbers should not be increasing now. After a threshold level, okay, the traffic from the Kali system is blocked now. Yes. Let's confirm this whether the traffic from the Kali system is blocked or not. Earlier, before the attack, actually I should have shown this. The from Kali, we were able to ping the target system. That's a Bodhi Linux. So now I'm trying to ping it. Let's see what's happening. I'm not able to ping. Earlier, before you start the brute force attack, you can ping the Bodhi Linux and you can ping. But now I'm not able to ping after the brute force attack because the main reason is that the Bodilin, I mean the WAZU has responded to the attack by blocking the IP address in through the firewall. So any traffic from the Kali system is not allowed onto the Bodhi system by the firewall. It was waiting for a threshold level, like earlier 39 something was the number of authentication failure numbers. But after it reached like a minimum level like 4020, it has identified that this is a brute force attack and immediately it has responded by executing the Okay, firewall, this firewall drop, I mean, the script is executed and the traffic from the Kali system is blocked. So this is a very important configuration file in which we did all these things, and it is clearly given on the WAZUH website. So the traffic is blocked perfectly and we are not able to perform. And the rule, as far as the rule is concerned, you can identify the rule um, like by detecting the SSH brute force attack, go to the event and you can identify like which rule is commonly. Now you can see host blocked by the firewall, and it is done by the active response mechanism. Okay, host blocked by the firewall, and before blocking you can notice that the Kali system was attacking the Bodhi Linux using brute force attack, and it was detected as attack by the rule number 5710. Okay, and the 5710 you have to change here. And if the 5710 rule alerts some attack, then immediately the command will be executed. The command, you can notice the command name is file drop. If you go up, the command file drop actually is connected with a executable file firewall dash drop. So this executable is executed, and what happens? It blocks the traffic from the Kali system. So this is a very good example of WAZUH server detecting and also blocking the traffic using active response mechanism. So with this, I conclude my presentation. Thank you very much.